Hello class, I'm gonna do a little video here on the PowerPoint part of the VoiceThread poem assignment. So this is just, hopefully you've worked with PowerPoint before, but I'm just gonna go over a couple notes here on what I want to make sure that you do for this part. So with the VoiceThread assignment, you're gonna take a poem and you're gonna put that onto your VoiceThread, and you're eventually gonna embed that, put that into a discussion post in your small group room. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a poem of Billy Collins. Again, it could be from our book or anyone that you find on the internet. You want to make sure that the poem has at least 4 stanzas, or is, at least 25 lines long, so it's worth us discussing about. And once you've picked out the poem that you're going to do, you're going to split the poem up into different stanzas and onto each slide. So for example, I picked My Papa's Waltz here as an example, and it has 4 stanzas. So here's the first stanza. There's this. This is the second stanza. This is the third stanza, and this is the fourth stanza. So you're going to split up your poem into 1 stanza per slide. So again, so this is 4. So each one gets its own slide. So we do that so that way you can split up images in between the slides of the poem, and so that way you can add images and people can comment and stuff like that. Whereas if you just had it all on one page, then it would be harder to do and would get kind of cluttered. So when you do this, you're going to want to make sure you do 1 stanza per page. So again, when you hit new slide, you probably just want to do the title and content one. That'll look like this. You put the title of the poem here, then you put the stanza that goes right there as well. So so that's what you're going to initially do. So when you're looking for the poem, you can either just copy it out by hand. I mean, you can just actually go right into the PowerPoint and actually just start typing it if you want to, from the book or wherever you get it. Or if you go to google.com, I put in Papa's Waltz by Theodore Roethke, and I found it on poemhunter.com. And so what I did is I just kind of copied and pasted it. So I copied it and then I pasted it right into the slide. So you can do that as well. So maybe look it up on Google and see if you can save yourself a little bit of time and copy and paste and stuff like that. So that's what you're going to do, is you put the poem on there. But one of the things that I want you to try to do with your poem is maybe use, instead of just putting the images in between the slides or the stanzas, because if you look at my Papa's Waltz one that I have up, the VoiceThread example that you're going to be taking a look at this week, if you look at the one I have, I just have a slide, and then I would have an image between this one, and then that slide actually ends up being kind of boring. What I want you guys to do is try to do some stuff like this as well, where the background of the slide is actually an image of itself, and you actually put the stanza right on the image. So how do you do that? Well, when you create a new slide in your PowerPoint, I would just pick the blank one, and so the blank one is pretty much a blank canvas here. Then you would go to hit insert, and that kind of gives you some different options here, and you would just take picture, and that will give you some options. So for example, I would pick Einstein here, and I would insert Einstein, and then you can make that image as big as you can to fill up the whole slide if you want. Again, maybe you could put the poem over here on the side or something like that, but then you can go like that and have the whole image, and then you could copy and paste the actual the text of that poem right on there. So for example, you just do text box, you put that, wait, let me see here. So you put text box there, and you would put that in there. Well, let me see. Let's get this a little bit bigger. Alright, okay, I was wrong here. Let me go back here a second. Okay, so your insert, you got the image on the blank canvas here. You go to insert. I would just use word art, and you pick whatever style you think that fits the tone or mood of the poem, and then it'll kind of give you an option there, and you can just paste in the stanza of the poem right over the image if you want to. And of course, you can make it a little bit smaller or bigger, however you want to do it. Obviously, you might want to try to get the size down a little bit so it makes it a little bit better there. So and again, you can kind of move it around by using, you can move it like that and stuff like that. So again, you can do some of your slides like this. Try to do some where you do the image with the stanza right on, with the stanza words right over it, kind of like I showed you. So kind of go back and forth between that, and hopefully that helps you out a little bit. And okay, and that's basically all you have to do. There's not much. You're probably gonna have to do 4 or 5 slides like this, and maybe try to do a couple. You don't have to do them all like this. Again, it'll depend on the mood of your poem, and put the wording over the image, and hopefully this helps you out a little bit. And then you just save it, and then you upload the whole PowerPoint to VoiceThread, and then VoiceThread will take care of the rest from there.